And finally, Crown Princess Melia's accession will take place 1 year from today. Until such time, as decreed by the Crown Princess, I shall assume imperial duties as regent. If there is anyone who objects to said decision, state your grievances now.
All the ministries are unanimous. We have no objection to Her Majesty's decree.
To each and every one of you, our thanks.
If I may, Your Highness, I would like to propose a round-table discussion on strategy concerning the Mekon.
Ah, what to do about the Mekon? Our defenses must be shored up immediately.
Not only our defenses, Your Highness.
Do you suggest an offensive approach, while the capital still licks its wounds?
The Ministry of Research has the ideal solution.
Friends act strange. A friend sad? Ah, Ricky's sad too, because of empty belly.
Ricky, we already ate. Us Homs don't get upset just because we're hungry.
Not hungry? Oh, Hom must have small bellies. Oh, Ricky jealous.
We've got to get our minds off this somehow. Dunban's locked himself away ever since we came back. Is it because of the girl who was operating that Mekon?
Melia, how are you?
What do you mean? If you were talking about father, I'm fine. I have no choice but to look to the future.
You're stronger than me, Melia.
Do not mock me. More importantly, it is time you tell me who she is.
We've known her all our lives. We thought she was killed in Colony 9.
She didn't even recognize us. She's not the Fiora I remember.
It looked a lot like Fiora. But if it was her, then I can't imagine how Dunban feels.
What did he mean?
Fiora is Dunban's sister.
I didn't know. Is this Fiora important to Shulk?
Important? She's more than important. She's the reason we're out here.
If that really was Fiora, why didn't she reply to me? Fiora. I'd better talk to Dunban. He'll know something.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Xenoblade Chronicles. Last time, we made our way to Prison Island. Met up with the Emperor, but we were too late to save him and his life. And so, we fought off the Mekon with the help of our brand new Monado, which, if we go into our equipment, by the way, I just want to show that it's now the Monado 2, so we can add some different, I guess, bells and whistles to it, I guess, if you'd want to call it that. But we can add a lot of things to it as well. So we'll be making sure to do that. But anyway, so we fought off the Mekon, but turned out, found out that Melia was alive, and she's, not Melia, oh my goodness, Fiora was alive. And she's controlling one of the Mekon. And so now we have to figure out what to do next. Before we head off to talk with Dunban, I do want to walk up here and return back to the party, because this is one of the few opportunities that we actually get to speak with people outside the party. Even Melia, even though she's not usually in the party at times. Shulk, I bet you and Fiora It's nothing. Alright, so now let's talk to Ricky. Maybe it'll brighten us up a little bit. Where'd Dun Dun go alone? She'll think he go eat by himself and no take us? That's not nice. Ricky want to go too. Of course, Ricky just thinking about food. He doesn't quite understand, I guess. But, Charla,
Yeah?
what do you have to say? Shulk, why don't you go out and get some air? You need to think. You need some time to calm down and think. Yeah, I hear ya. And then Ryan. I didn't realize how much taller he is than Shulk, but yeah, Shulk. Don't go stressing out by yourself. Dunban and me are here for you. Alright. Technically, I think it's supposed to be Dunban and I, but whatever. Not to be grammatically correct or anything. I'm almost never grammatically correct in my everyday life anyway. Y'all should see me when I, like, type out a paper. I put so many commas in there when I, like, am not supposed to, because I'm just, like, it's more or less like word salad, like my thoughts going on paper. And so every time I stop, like, midway through a sentence, I'll just throw a comma in there or whatever. And, like, I typically tend to have a lot of run-on sentences when I write. So, I guess I can't say too much. It'd be a little hypocritical, I guess. Talking about Dunban and me being incorrect. But anyway, if we head out here, we can see where our marker is pointing us towards. And it seems as if, though, Dunban is right over here. So, why don't we go talk to him? So, yeah, you can see he's standing right here on the edge. So, let's see what he's got to say.
I've been looking for you. So this is where you were.
Shulk. Apologies. Was everyone worried?
Of course. Me especially.
Hmm?
It's just... I've been thinking about Fiora. And I can't help wondering.
Wondering what?
You saw how Fiora acted. It was like she didn't even recognize us.
Yes. It's unsettling. But Shulk, don't get me wrong. I'm not sad. Even if she doesn't recognize me, I'm glad to know she's alive.
Dunban...
You see, Fiora was born many years after me. And, not long afterwards, we lost our father to a Mechon. It was left to me to protect and raise her, almost like a father.
I was always jealous that she had you as her brother.
Ah, yes. You and Fiora used to be inseparable.
Yeah.
I need to tell you something. I always thought, if Fiora were to be with anyone, it should be you.
What? But Ryan hangs out with her just as much as me.
Yeah, he does. But Fiora doesn't like him in that way.
Oh. I see.
He's a nice guy. Reminds me of myself when I was his age. All reckless and hot-headed. Probably why he's not right for her. Listen, Shulk.
Yes?
A lost life can never be returned. But she's alive. It doesn't matter that she's lost her memory.
Yeah. I guess you're right.
Fiora and I have spent our entire lives together. The memory of that can't have disappeared completely. It's up to us. We have to help her remember. Help me, Shulk. Help me get her back.
You know I will.
Okay. Let's go tell the others.
Hey, they're back.
Have you gathered your thoughts?
Yes. Sorry to be a nuisance.
Shulk, you too?
Yep. All thanks to Dunban.
I'm glad.
Forgive me, His Highness Callian summons you.
You think something's happened?
We won't know until we get there.
I apologize for calling you at short notice.
It's fine. Is anything wrong?
I must apologize to you all. Forgive our hubris. We High Entier were arrogant enough to idly sit behind our defenses, safe in the knowledge that Mechonis lies a great distance from our land. And we were wrong. Our decision to ignore the Mechon assault on your homeland was wrong.
Your Highness, does this mean...
Yes, Shulk. We will face the dangers ahead together.
Brother.
Which leads me to my request. After setting eyes on a group consisting of Homs, Nopon, and High Entier alike, I realized an allied army must be formed. I ask that you act as ambassadors for the assembly of this force. Tell me your thoughts, Shulk.
I need time before I make a decision.
Does Shulk not wish to aid us in our mission?
I do not believe that to be true.
Then why?
Shulk has other people to consider. That wasn't like you, Shulk.
I'm sorry.
You know you can talk to me.
It's Fiora. That's why you're hesitating.
Yeah.
Knew it. You wouldn't think twice otherwise.
I just don't know.
Find her, Shulk.
Melia,
I used to believe my father did not love me. Until the day he died.
Oh.
If you do not grasp the importance of loved ones until after they are gone, that is simply too late.
You're right, Melia. I've made up my mind. I'm going to get Fiora back.
You don't have to do this. I'll go and look for her myself. The burden should be mine.
No. I want her back as much as you.
Leave the ambassador stuff to me, Shulk. I'll probably make a mess of it. But we're a team. You can count on me.
I'm afraid that is my duty, Rhine. I am of both High Entier and Hom's blood. I am the Crown Princess, and of mixed heritage. Thus, I am best suited to carry out this task.
That means we won't...
Yes. I will remain here. We must say goodbye. Is that what you really want? Yes. But promise me, when you find her, you'll come back. I'll be here waiting for you.
I don't know what to say. Thank you. It's probably a good idea if I go and tell Callion myself.
I am sure he already understands. Besides, it's likely that the ministers are harassing him at this present moment. We should spare him any further inconvenience.
Then... this is goodbye.
Yes. Come back as soon as you can. We are in great need of your help.
Got it.
Why are you still here?
Listen, I'll keep an eye on Shulk for you.
Whatever can you mean?
Well, it's a risky strategy, letting Shulk go off and just hoping he'll come back to you.
Shulk and I are merely...
Yeah. But remember, the longer he's away, the more chance his feelings for you will fade.
But...
once we find this Fiora, I will personally whisk him back here in a heartbeat. Don't give up.
I appreciate it.
Great. Don't worry, Melia. I'm on your side.
Brother?
Just on your way out, I see.
It's not what...
I'm sorry, Your Highness. About your offer. We must humbly decline.
I see. Very well. Let us hope my sister does not shed too many tears.
I stay because I must, brother.
There's 2 Melias.
Right wrong. This Melly smell different.
Yes, we need Melia to learn more of the lands of Bionis, but she is still bound to handle public matters. Hence, another Melia.
Callian.
Your Highness, Crown Princess, as your humble subject, I formally request the following.
Speak.
I request that you accompany Shulk in his quest to find the Mechon that attacked Alcamoth.
Are you sure?
Shulk, I am aware of everything. Go forth and follow your heart. There will come a day when we need you, but it is not today.
Your Highness, that means a lot to me.
That is one cool prince.
If only someone had his sensitivity.
Sensitivity? Well, I'm sensitive.
The jury's out on that one.
That's a relief.
We have recently received a report that the silver-faced Mechon fled to Galahad Fortress, the Mechon stronghold at Sword Valley. It will be a treacherous path. My sister is in your hands.
Thank you, Callian. I will keep her safe.
Regent, I accept your request. I will return victorious with Shulk.
I am most pleased.
Leaving without me?
Do you want to come?
To reach Galahad Fortress, you will need to travel through Valak Mountain on the right arm of the Bionis. The snow-covered mountains are fraught with danger. Those unfamiliar to them risk never coming back.
Of course, you would be familiar with that region.
Then there's no point in wasting time.
Leave the Allied force to me. I am not known for my diplomacy, but call it pride. I shall succeed.
We'll join you as soon as we can.
I look forward to the day. Heroes of Bionis, make us proud.
You see? Now we're getting some respect.
We're back to this again, are we?
See you soon, Callian.
Alright, so we have a new task ahead of us. We're going out to look for Fiora. And so that'll take us all the way to Galahad Fortress. So let's heed Alvis's words and simply head on outside. Maybe I can make the jump this time to... Okay, still didn't quite get as much of a launch as I wanted, but hey, oh well, whatever. Yeah, so Melia has joined the party, and she's actually going to be traveling with us, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I do really enjoy that quite a lot, but let's heed Alvis's words and let him be our tour guide out to Valak Mountain. And so, let's just see, once we get out here, what he's got to say for us.
We will need to traverse Sword Valley if we wish to reach Galahad Fortress.
If Colony 6 were in better shape, we could have taken a pod from there. How are we getting there?
We will take the path down from the Bionis right arm. Sword Valley is where the arm meets the Mechonis sword.
Aha. So that's our route.
As I said earlier, it is a snow-covered mountain range, and you should expect a tough climb. Are we all ready?
Ready as we'll ever be.
Quite. First, we will head through Machna Forest. This short-range pod will be our transport. All aboard, people.
Alright, so we can head over to the transporter and make our way out towards, back out towards Machna Forest. But, one thing real quick, I do want to change the time. We'll change it to day, mostly because I want to get rid of this rain if I can. Alright, there we go. But before we head off towards Magna Forest where we need to go, there are, if I can make my way to our quest log, a ton of quests out here in Eryth Sea, and even some inside of Alchemoth, I believe, that we still need to take care of. Lots of monster quests. I think if I just go to all of them, or at least current, other than some in Colony 9 and Colony 6, things like that. Yeah, Eryth Sea and Alchemoth has a ton of monster quests and challenge quests and even material quests that we still need to complete. So, what I want to do is have basically a giant montage of quests that we want to take care of out here inside, or outside of, here in, goodness, I can't speak. Outside in Eryth Sea. I don't know what is wrong with me. I'm like getting frustrated at how like badly I'm like commentating right now. It's actually terrible. But regardless, let's have a little bit of a montage as we go around to all the areas. We'll at least be taking care of the quests. I guess I should clarify. We'll be taking care of all the quests that are located in areas that we have at least been to already here inside of Eryth Sea. So I guess this is now time to cue the montage. Hi there guys, so while we're heading through this montage a little bit, I do want to come on here just for a little bit and just kind of talk about a little bit of what happened in the last episode and my thoughts on the whole situation. So obviously my first playthrough this game was streamed, for this game specifically, games 2 and 3, Xenoblade 2 and Xenoblade 3, were both streamed on YouTube. This one was streamed almost exclusively on Twitch, because at the time. Doesn't really matter. I have an unlisted playlist, by the way, that you can go check out. I don't have the first, like, 2 or 3 streams, but, it's whatever, on YouTube, because I don't have them. But most of them, and, even my reactions to this scene from my first ever playthrough of this game is up there. So you guys can go check it out. It's probably going to be either stream 5 or 6. I think it's 5, I believe. I'm not going to go check, though, so I wouldn't know for sure. But, so my first reaction to this game was obviously when I first played through, when Fiora died, I was obviously very in shock. I was like, you know, it was kind of like a what the heck moment for me. Like, I'd never thought a game would introduce you to 3 characters and then be like, okay, well, these two kind of have interest for each other, but she's a party member and you can play as her, and then immediately turn around and kill her off. I'd never seen a game do that before, and I was genuinely shocked. It was surprising to me. And for the longest time, I'd always joked about, oh, you know, Fiora's alive, and deep down, I wanted her to be, because, like, deep down, I wanted to feel like she was alive somehow, but it never occurred to me that she actually was. It was always a joke to me in a way when I was like talking with chat and whatever when I was streaming. But when I found out Fiora was alive, my whole world was flipped upside down. Like, obviously, like I said, you can go see my reactions to that. And this is what turned this game into just a really good game for me, of like something I wanted to play, just to kind of see what it was about. Turned it into just like this thing that I wanted to play, kind of, to okay, this is a really good game. Like, this might be my favorite game of all time. And then we'll even see later on down the road, because when my first playthrough 1, I thought Prison Island was the end. Like this, like just this, you know, we get there, we defeat the face Mechon, Metal Face, and that was it. It's over. First of all, boy, was I wrong, because we have so much more to go. I don't even think we're quite halfway through the game yet. This game is so long. It's absolutely insane. So, you know, buckle up. We're still got a long ways to go. But even still, this is what almost turned it into my favorite game of all time. And as we'll see a little bit later on, there's another cutscene later on down the road that definitely secured this as like one of my favorite games of all time. And I'll make sure to bring that up when we get to it. But especially in terms of like the 3 main series games, no one really considers Xenoblade Chronicles X a main series game. It's the only one I haven't played yet, though. I will go ahead and say I'm getting my own copy here shortly, so be sure to keep a lookout for that on the YouTube channel. We'll be streaming that, I'm sure, at some point. Anyways, though, the second game, not to bring the second or third game into this conversation for too long, it's not really relevant to what's happening here. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is definitely my least favorite out of the three. Not to say that I hate it in any way. It's obviously a really great game. It's probably not even on like my top 5 list of favorite games of all time, but it's still a really good game, and I would play it again probably eventually. Probably only for YouTube purposes if we ever got to that point. But the third one I really, really, really enjoyed. I won't say too much about either of them if you haven't played those yet either. And originally I had said when I beat the third game that it had surpassed the first one for me. Though now playing through this one again, and seeing all the things and watching the story unfold before my eyes again, even though of course I know what's going to happen, and things like that, obviously having played the game before, I'm not sure that I can say that anymore. I'm not sure if I really believe that. So maybe I'll have to play through the first game again and then turn around and play through the third one again as well. Though there's some things coming up in the third game that I won't bring up too much because I don't want to spoil it for anyone that hasn't beaten this game or the second game or the third game, because it's kind of a big spoiler for the entire series as a whole. There's a thing coming up in the third game that's got me really excited that might secure my love for the third game over the first game, and I'm not really sure I can even say that I like one over the other. Maybe I like them both the same, honestly, and that just kind of is going to tie them together and more or less going to grow my love for the series more than anything, rather than a game, or like one game versus the other. But anyway, that's really all I had to come on here to say. And I spoke a little bit longer than I wanted to about the other games in the series and my thoughts on those as well. And I mean, well, not really, but you guys get the idea. But I hope you enjoyed the rest of this montage, and I'll see you guys back in the video. So yeah. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed that montage, and we're not actually done here quite yet inside of Eryth Sea. There is one thing left I want to do. I guess really quickly before we head on, we're heading off to like a new part of the map here. I just kind of want to show that off real quick. First of all, obviously, we're on Hovering Reef 8. We just come from Central Seal Island, and we're heading up this way. There's another island that we can collect over here. And as you can see by all the Hovering Reef names, I'll go ahead and let you take a guess on which one we don't have yet. So we have 7, 8, and 10. So obviously, we're heading to Hovering Reef number 9. But quickly before we do that, I want to show off two things. First of all, my quest log. These are all the current quests that I still have left. We won't be doing these yet. We only have one left in Eryth Sea. And it's just to defeat Flabbergasted Jerome in the area of Hovering Reef 5. Now, we actually went down there. I just don't want to take care of that quest quite yet. So we'll take on that a little bit later. And then, of course, we have the challenge quest from Alchemoth. And then we have the one material quest, which requires us to go to Magna Forest. So, but that is everything. Every other quest that was in our quest log is complete. Obviously, there's some still left from Colony 9 and Colony 6 that we haven't completed. Mostly because, like, for Rest in Peace, we just haven't gone back to Colony 6 in a while. So, but anyway, and then after that, I want to show off the Collectopedia because we almost should have every item. We're missing 2. And actually, one of the items that we do have that I didn't think we would have is right here. This is the Marine Marble. And I do want to fill in what we can so far, and then I'll kind of show off where we can find some of these items. So it's critical up 2, not bad. Some of these we only have 1 of, which is a little worrying. Though the Marine Marble we actually already have 3 of. That's typically not what happens around here. Normally you don't have like that item. Now the other 2 items that are up here, I don't know exactly what they are. But I do want to show off a nice area that we can go to find these items. So sea berries, despair clover, and a razor teasel. And so I do know one of the items is like a night lily or something. One of these. I'm not sure about the name of the other one. But if we head over here to Hovering Reef number 9, it's a brand new area. You'll see Hovering Reef 9. If we head directly south of here, we can walk right. Well, actually, first things first, we can actually head right over here to the middle of the area. And you'll see that kind of like Hovering Reef 5, which I showed in the montage, even though I never showed us actually coming down to like the middle area. We can actually jump down here, alright? The only problem is there are some incredibly strong monsters. Carbon Tude, so I do want to be kind of careful going through here. Try to hug this wall if possible, because I know for a fact that a Tude will jump out of the water here to our right as we try to get on shore. So maybe not quite that slow, but we do need to tread lightly. Doomsday Poppy. And we just need to walk very, very slowly all the way over. Yeah, I think he just popped up behind us, didn't he? Yeah, there he is. So we want to be a little careful. Mostly because I want to grab this ether deposit if I can. And these guys, they just look creepy, man. Alright, I'm going to try to stop and then move. They are hearing enemies, so it doesn't matter if they see you. It's only if you start to run a little too fast. Uh-oh. I moved a little too fast. Okay, we're not getting it today. Alright. Yeah, just jump and run. Guys, we'll come back for that later, I guess. But he's gonna get stuck. How did he attack me from that far away? Well, he's attacking Dunban and Rhine. Alright, well, there goes Dunban. And never mind, we are a-okay. So I want to jump from here, and I want to swim directly south. Now, right in front of me, you can see that there is a very well hidden cave inside of the wall there. It's actually literally directly in front of me. Now, I'll go ahead and tell you, this takes quite a long time to swim to. If you look on my map, you can see that we're kind of barely moving across the map. So, I'm going to speed this up, this footage up 3 times as fast. And so this will just kind of show you just how far away this cave is. So I'll see you guys once we've reached the cave. Wow, that took way too long. And you can see here the water is sparkling. And we've reached secret area Forest Cave. Yeah, this water is really nice. Now you may have noticed while speeding up that footage there, I did I definitely changed the time to night there. So I do want to pick up all these, but that's important because all of these item orbs will only appear at nighttime. So this is a very good area to just kind of run around, see what we grab. A night lily, so we do actually have one of those, and that tends to be a common item in this area. And you do get a warp point here, so you never have to actually swim all the way back again. So that's pretty good. And sure enough, we picked up the Doomsday Poppy that we needed and the Night Lily. So that completes our Collectopedia. And for that, we're gonna get some heavy armor, which all this doesn't seem actually that great, but I digress. And with that, I think that's every area of our Collectopedia done, except for Magna Forest. We're almost done with it. We have like an animal left and a fruit, but I'm sure we'll be taking care of that a little bit later. Well, also I guess the Bionis interior, but that's been so long ago that I guess it doesn't really matter. Anyway, with all that being done, I do think that that's just about everything that I want to do around here inside of Eryth Sea. So let's say we head back to like the main entrance of Alchemoth. And I guess, no, that is the wrong one. I'm always going to the wrong section of these maps for some reason. Anyway, you see it's just our path to swim over here. Anyway, so why don't we head back over here to the center gate and head off for Magna Forest. So let's talk to you. Ooh, Captain. Hello, my good sir.
Yes?
Ryan, you're in the way. Anyway, I've received orders from Prince Callian. I am to take you to Magna Forest in this vessel. Are you ready to depart? Alright, so let's go to Magna Forest. And with that, we are at the pod landing site. Yeah, pretty straightforward. And so, this also shows us that Magna Forest is a little bit bigger than we thought. You can see that if I open my map here, I guess my full map, you'll see we're in an area of Magna Forest that we actually haven't been to yet. So we explored all of this area and kind of up and around this way, but yeah, we haven't been out this way yet. And if we look just right over there, you can see kind of the snowy ice caps of the Biona's shoulder, or what I assume to be the shoulder. So, yeah, so that is where we are headed next. That is Valak Mountain. But now that we have a couple of new party members and the world has kind of opened up to us a little bit after we've completed Prison Island, there are a ton of things that we can do around the Bionis. And so that's definitely what I'm going to be doing in the next episode. So yeah, before we head up to Valak Mountain, I want to take care of some things around the area, and mostly because I don't really like to interrupt the story too much if we ever start a new area. Like, obviously, if we start a new area, like if I were to walk over there now, obviously in the next episode I'd want to like explore that area. I wouldn't want to just immediately leave and things like that. And plus, according to Alvis, who's still a guest on our party, if you couldn't or if you'd forgotten, I guess, yeah, once we head off to Valak Mountain, that immediately leads down to Sword Valley, which then, of course, leads to Galahad Fortress. And so that's just new area after new area after new area. And I'd really rather not try to fill in those gaps with, like, side stuff. So we're going to spend the next couple of episodes taking care of some side quests and things like that. But with all that being said, that's just about going to do it for this episode here, guys. If you guys did like this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. It's helped the channel a lot. And if you want to see more content like this, please do consider subscribing. But once again, guys, my name is Connor. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.